is going on, guys? Your boy Sawk here, and today I'm bringing you guys my PPSVL team. I just finished drafting this team yesterday, so it's still very familiar with me, and a lot of the picks are still within my head, so I thought I'd get it on recording now while I do have the time. So, the PPSVL is the PaPaSea Viewer League, hence the PPSVL Viewer League. Of course, you all know what I'm talking about. But I ended up with the 13th of 16 picks in this viewer league, and I was very excited too because I actually had a close wheel to say. I had a chance to grab a couple mons that created a little bit of synergy. So with my first mon, I knew that I wouldn't get any of the fun first mons that everyone seems to draft, such as those Tapu Bulus, those Tapu Kokos, those Manaphies. All of them were going to be gone by the time I got to my pick. So I decided I was going to try out a mon I haven't really gotten to use before, and I think would be a really fun mon if I got to try it. So, Heatran, aka Molotov, as you guys can see here, holding a Grassium Z, which means it's one of my 3 Z captains in this 11 mon league. The reason I gave Heatran a Z crystal is so it can hold Grassium Z for Solar Beam to absolutely decimate some water types. It can also use like Z Explosion, so Breakneck Blitz can absolutely decimate some things. Z Roar could be fun. But it has a lot of nice utility moves, and it can be offensive with its nice base stats. 77 is a good Scarfer range, where I can outspeed a lot of the threats, or I can run with Bull with 91 HP, 106, and 106 in each defense is really nice. So it can hit very hard, or I can run it with a little bit of bulk to it as well. In base 90 attacks, nothing to scoff at. Next up, I wanted a Rapid Spinner to kind of go along with it, and a Water type, and there's no better Water Rapid Spinner than Starmie in my mind. Specs Analytic or Defensive Natural Cure is so good because while it doesn't seem to have the best stats at 85 and 85, it can still take some neutral hits decently well, surprisingly. So yeah, Starmie is going to be named Rihanna because you got to shine bright like a diamond, just like that. But yeah. 100 special attack, 115 speed, very good, very useful. Solid move pool. Ranging from Dazzle Gleam to Flash Cannon to Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, Magic Code, Power Gem, Psychic, Reflect Type, Signal Beam, Scald, Tri Attack, Waterfall, Trick, and the list keeps going on and on and on. I could run some really fun moves with this. With Starmie, it gives me a Water type and a Psychic type, very good offensively, and bulky. A bulky Water and a bulky Psychic are always nice to have. It has a little bit of bulk to it, but not too much, so like I said, might take one hit, who knows. I might run some funky sets with it. Next up, I knew I wanted a very hard hitter. Actually, Buzzwole comes to mind when I think a very hard hitter, with base 139 attack, boost it up to 377, but I put it into an Adamant Nature and it raises up to 414 for an attack stat. That's normally what some lower tiers use as their Scarfers for speed. That's absolutely insane that people can hit that hard. Buzzwole is such nice with Leech Life, with Fell Stinger, raises your attack by 3 if you do get a kill. I could run like Scarf, I could get a Fell Stinger boost. If they knock me off, I automatically +3. While its special defense and special attack are absolute booty, so an HP flying might take me out. However, I do have moves to counter that, such as Stone Edge, or Superpower can still hit exceedingly hard. But yeah, most of all, my Beast Boost mon is I always like to have in this generation. I always like to have one, because I know the beasts are really good. I'm surprised Buzzwole actually fell to me 3rd round. Apparently I sniped a few people with it. I'm sorry, but not sorry as well. I wanted a Buzzwole. I wanted my gym membership to get bold, to get swole like a buzz. Next up, I do have Skyrim, my Moombas. Moombas is a very nice mon, and it has the ability Regenerator, which means when it switches out, it restores 1/3 of its maximum HP, and it has a huge HP stat to begin with. So if I'm running like a bold set and I take out, and I'm at 432, 1/3 of that's coming back to me each time I switch out and come back in. So it's a very good thing because I can start building a Regenerator core hopefully down the line. Speaking of Regenerator, This mon, plus the next mon have it, spoiler alert, but Moombas does have Spore, which is a very, very nice move. You can put something to sleep right away, that way you don't have to worry about it. Next up, I do have Street, aka my Tornadus Therian. I'm still thinking of a nickname on him, so his nickname might change here soon. He's the second part of our Regenerator Core. Tornadus Therian is such a good mon. I've wanted to use it for so long. It's a mon with 121 speed, 110 special attack, and 100 attack. Those are exceedingly good, especially with, if you put 31 in each IV, you'll see that it just naturally outspeeds and outhits some of the things like Manaphy or Jirachi with only base 100s. Its special attack can outhit those. Its speed is amazing. It gives me a fast U-turn, which is something I love to have on my team. Full twitch and U-turns are so good in my mind because it gives you such a momentum shift that you're able to get into whatever you want to scare him out and maybe get a prediction or whatever. So it's very, very nice to have. Has a decently wide move pool, which I never really knew until I'm going to start using it a lot more. So you may see me bring some really funky sets with it. But yeah, Tornadus Therian, aka Street. I'm not quite sure. It's a reference to Sesame Street, by the way, if you're asking what it is, because a big bird. But yeah, it's going to be a really clean mon to use. Now, 6th tier, I did pick up a Dragon type, aka Flygon. As you guys can see here, I already have like a set built for it, so like 204 would be to outspeed something, I throw the rest into bulk and max attack. D-Dance, Earthquake, Crunch, Dragon Claw with a ground EMZ, meaning it is my second of 3 Z users. With it, I am allowed a ground type, a Defogger, a Dragon type for a Dragon Fairy Steel Core, which I can hopefully build later on. It's very, very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, Flygon's move pool isn't too great, but it gets the job done to say. It has a decent enough move pool where I can run U-turn. It does give me double U-turn on the team, which really, really helps me out. I don't think Starmie gets full switch. It does not. So yeah, these are my first 2 momentum users, which are very, very nice to have in my opinion. Next up, I do have Crayola, who I clicked on a little bit early, but hey, Druddigon is a mon that I think would be really, really fun to use in format because of its rough skin and possibly Rocky Helmet. Because with Rocky Helmet, I'm able to do the same thing Garchomp does, except without the ground type. Base 90 defense and 77 HP is nothing to scoff at, as it can take a lot of decent neutral hits, especially with the Dragon type. Defensively is very good because it resists Fire, Water, Grass, Electric. It's very, very nice. Although Fairy types are kind of an issue, it does have Gunk Shot, or has a lot of things, such as Iron Head. It is able to do a lot of things that people wouldn't really necessarily think it can do. So I'm excited to use a diverse Druddigon hopefully throughout the season. Next up on the team, I do have my Fairy type, aka Spedshed. Spedshed the Granbull. I've never used a Granbull, and I've always disliked this mon because it's so annoying to go up against. It just doesn't die. 90 HP and 75 defense, it doesn't seem to die after because you're intimidated. It has a surprisingly colorful move, which I had no idea about. So, Granbulls might be putting in a little bit of work. Never know. Never know. But yeah, Spedshed the Granbull. Next up, I was really, really hungry when I made this pick, so I decided to name it after IHOP, aka Alolan Raichu. If we go Alolan Raichu MZ, which is allowed in this league because I talked to PaPaSea, who's the host of it. If I go Thunderbolt, Alolan Raichu MZ with Z Thunderbolt turns into Stoked Spark Surfer, which paralyzes the target after the use of the Z move, which is really, really, really cool. But yeah, IHOP's going to be here. 115 speed, I believe. 110 speed and 95 special attacks, so nothing to scoff at. It's just a little bit worse than Starmie over here with space stats. But hey, it's still exceedingly good and can hit extremely hard with Stab, Psychic, or Electric type. That's a decently wide move pool. Nuzzle can be fun. Seismic Toss, Thunder. Volt Switch is another great thing to have on the team. So yeah, I'm really happy. It's a third mon that can give me a little bit of momentum. So yeah, Alolan Raichu, aka IHOP. Hopefully I can put in some work. I have a few cool sets already in mind for this mon. Next up, I do have Houndoom, named after Toby, who was my first dog. Kind of reminds me of him. Just probably lackadaisical. I can see it. This Houndoom just being like, I don't want to do anything today. But yeah, Houndoom has two really nice abilities in Flash Fire and Unnerve. I like Unnerve a little bit more because it means that if they have like an Aka Berry, they can't eat it because of the Unnerve. But Houndoom does have a surprisingly wide move pool, ranging from things to the likes of Destiny Bond to Frustration, which every Pokemon should get. Tenacity Plot, so I can raise my already base 110 special attack to +2, which is absolutely bonkers. I can give myself like Substitute, I can do Sucker Punch, Super Fang does half HP, which is really nice. It's like the Nature's Madness that the Tabus have. So, it can be really nice for chipping some mons that I know I won't hit for a lot, but still getting them down to about half health. But yeah, Houndoom's a really, really fun mon, and it does make for my Dark type. It is a repeated Fire type, but at this point I didn't care too much because that's like the first repeated type I have, maybe. But it's really, really helpful and can really help me out towards the end here. And last but certainly not least, I have Cancer. I am not a fan of Mega Charizard Y, and if you are, I am sorry, but it's my personal opinion. Don't get triggered over it. Don't report me to YouTube headquarters or anything like that. I'm just not a fan of it. I don't like its design. I think it's a stupid mon. Solar Beam, Fire Blast, it hits stupidly hard. 160 basically special attack and 100 speed. It's a decently quick mon, but if you're outspeeding it, you're nice. There's only a few counters in this game to it, such as Chansey, Blissey, and like not much else, like Assault Vest, Tornadus maybe. But even then, I have Tornadus, and the Ancient Power still comes off hell hard. And it can do the likes of Rock Slide. It has Roost for longevity. Its move pool is absolutely bonkers. But yeah, that's the team. Molotov the Heatran, Rihanna the Starmie, Gym Membership the Buzzwole, Skyrim the Amoonguss, Street the Tornadus-Therian, who might change, Goggles the Flygon, Crayola the Drudagon, Spedshed the Granbull, Alolan Raichu, aka IHOP, Toby the Houndoom, and Cancer the Zark Y. If you guys do have any questions, be sure to comment down below. Otherwise, I think that's going to do it for today, guys. I'm out. Deuces.